Good afternoon to all the cricket fans around the world. Well, this afternoon we are here at the MAC T20. That's a US Open, the 17th edition. And I'm here with me is a young man who have played cricket, all over. But he's from Australia, the cricketing giant, no other than Rohan White. Rohan, you're here in the US, T20 US. Tell us the feeling to be here, first of all.
First of all, thank you for that wonderful welcome. The young man, I haven't been called out for a while, so that's fantastic. But to be here is tremendous. The standard of cricket that we've got here has just been unbelievable. Some of the best I've played. And, although we haven't had a win yet, I think we've put in some strong performances. And, we're still not out of this one here. So, but overall, the product has been fantastic, and I've loved it.
Okay, Rohan, and a bit of background noise there from the selector upstairs. I think they're loving it when we're doing our interview out here, but it's okay. Anyway, Rohan, so here in the US Open, we have seen you have played, a few games, and we see the class that you bring to this game, There's so much to take away from you, but I'm going to go back to the nets, When somebody walk by the nets and they see Rohan batting, tell us, first of all, what you want them to take away, and then those youths that you're in that cage with.
Yeah, I think I like to think that I think through the process that I have with my batting, and I think I like to try and keep it nice and simple. If I stay crouched in my shot and stay in the shot as much as I can, I know I'm going to have success. So trying to be consistent with my technique from that standpoint. I know in the first game I hadn't trained too much and hadn't thought too much about it, and I got found out because I wasn't doing what I knew worked for me. So I had a bit of a thing, had another hit in the nets, and again, just tried to get back to basics. And I think sometimes people can overcomplicate cricket, but really you just got to find a little recipe that works for you and stick to it and keep working on that. Don't overcomplicate things, and that's what I like to try and do.
Okay, all right. So here in the US Open, could you just tell us the quality of this and the potential of it? We see what's happening here. What do you think about this tournament, first of all?
Yeah, I think the quality, and if I'm being completely honest, I've been just shocked by how good it is. There's some fantastic players here. The bowling has been really good. We have some international players here. In fact, a number of them. The one in particular that was most impressive, I think, was Ali Khan bowling his pace. Unfortunately, he got me in the head. But it was a thrill to face him. And I think just as a standard, it's to come into the USA where it's not a naturalised cricketing nation. To get all these players of this quality is a credit to Mac and everyone who's put this together. So couldn't speak more highly of the standard here, and it's certainly been very challenging.
All right, thank you very much, Rohan, and thank you for bringing your experience here to South Florida. And before we close it out, there's a question I have to ask you though. You mentioned it there that you got hit from Ali Khan, but the very next game, you came out with confidence. You played some shot of class. How do you do that?
You just got to leave it behind you, mate. Cricket's a funny game. It can do funny things to your mind. And I think I was actually driving on the way here, and I was a bit worried about going, I'm not sure if I'm playing as well as I usually do, and thinking, God, it hasn't sort of passed me. But I actually was listening to a podcast, and Ben Stokes was talking about how he sort of put behind, some of the nightmares they've had already, and he said, you just got to leave that behind and deal with the one-on-one battle that you've got in front of you and make it simple like that. So that's all I did, is just make it a one-on-one battle with me and the bowler, and that's simplifying it again, and had some success.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you for everything that you have done.
Thank you.